Oh my god, the new program is completely different. Ah, how can we do this? Oh my god, they changed everything. They updated the webcam program. Holy shit. And yes, I didn't test it. I didn't test it before going live. Okay, first click, it crashed. Very nice. Maybe I will stay without webcam tonight. I don't know. As soon as I clicked on avatar, it crashed. General. Tracking profile. Graphics. Audio. Where the fucking hell is the tracking thing? Animations. Preloaded emotes. Where the hell is the tracking? Ah, I cannot believe it. They removed it or what? 1 second. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Where the fuck is the thing? I don't see the tracking. I don't see the tracking anymore. I don't see the tracking anymore. So I cannot disable anymore the... I cannot disable anymore the body movement? What the fuck? I cannot believe it. Okay. Well, that would be bad. I cannot disable anymore. The thingy. So my... Oh my god, the Rhinos. Okay, let's try. Connect the stream. Oh my god, it's all fucked up. It's all fucked up. Okay, you will see me a bit fucked up, but it's okay. But it's fine. Hello. Yeah, the body tracking is on, so it means that if I move just a little, my character is moving, you know, forward like this. Or backward like this. Look at that. Oh my god. Okay, I messaged I messaged the people on holy shit. That is so annoying. Also the... Wow, the right tracking and the left tracking is completely fucked up. Nah, like this is unusable. There has been a new update today of this program, the avatar program. And it has a lot of new functionality. And they updated a lot of stuff, but like this is not usable really. There is a login, there is a manage, there is a contact support, there is find. Ah, I found it. I found it. Wait, I found it. Is under. Okay. I found it. Wait. We have a chance. Joe movement. Let me try. Okay, I found it. Okay. It's in a weird place. It's under advanced. It's under your account, advanced configuration, tracking. Okay. Okay, I found it. Okay, I found it. Okay, I think it's better. No, I'm just, yeah, I think it's better. It's better, it's still a bit, let me see. Still a bit fucked up, huh? But I think it's okay for now. I need to check the other settings, you know, like the 30 FPS. I think we can even go 15 or 24. The render scale, it doesn't need to be full. But let me try like this. It's a bit smoother. Or not. Okay, we will leave it like this for now. I will make more tests, but they changed quite some stuff, so I need to retest a lot of this. Meanwhile, good evening, Tony. Good evening, Tua. Hello, Hula, Marcelum. Hey. The title of the stream is Release or Not Release. Yeah, which is a good point, right? I need to understand if I want to release or not. Should we release it? Because, you know, if I just wait forever that we have everything in place, I will never release. So the compendium at the moment should be working. We can test it again, but I think it should be working. And I don't remember what else I wanted to do, but I have it written down. Let me just check. For next alpha, change credits. Change credits, we did it, right? We at least changed the list. Now, we didn't change the full page, but yeah, at least we have this list, which is a bit better. That there is these PS legacy versions. Let me remove the PS legacy versions 1 second. Also, I need to check if anyone checked in more stuff. Character default meshes. What is this? Char default meshes. On wrap and texture. Okay, we still need to check this too. Fix the bug assignment in. Yeah, there's still that bug, but I don't think it's super important. I think it's kind of fine. Hello, Phoenix. I'm good. There is a new program for my webcam, and I'm trying to understand if it's better or worse. I think that my mouth is moving a bit weird. In my mouth. I like when it does that face. In theory, I should have new emotes. I never test. Now we can test them a bit. So let me see. Did I delete the data or not? Yes, I did. No, because I just don't want the still to be discovered. This lock icon is basically invisible. It's too dark and it really doesn't show up. Why we don't have the clacker anymore in the list? Did I remove it from the database here? Or did I made a mess? I think we added the... Wait. Character discoveries. Knowledge type 1. We have 10,000 and 10,002. And for 1 we have 1 and 4. Yeah, probably I removed the clacker. Yes, I removed the clacker. Okay, so if I open this book, bling bling. Okay, apart from the bling bling, which is not the best, I understand, but it seems to be working fine. It seems to be working. Yes, I have my entry, and now I should have under yes, I have the habitat as well. Okay. Now this window will have to be reskinned completely, but not now. What else we want to do? I have no idea. We said to check. So change the credits. Okay, let me just remove that last line, which doesn't make a lot of sense. Previous PS legacy versions, right? Let me remove this line, which is not really too good. Then let me open up the editor and search for that additional spammy, this one, character default meshes. I think this one is a bit of a spam. I don't know if it's in the C++ or if it's in the blueprints, but I think it's in the blueprints. Sound, but no star. No, the star was there. You didn't see it, but it was there. The star was definitely there. Hello, Phoenix. I'm good. How are you? I'm good because we are about to release a new alpha. Yay! A new alpha. Yay! A new alpha, yay. Let me search. Let me search this everywhere. Maybe I deleted it already. And I forgot to remove it from the... Ah, no, it's here. Char default mesh. Ah, yes, I deleted it already. Okay, nice. So this one is done. This one is done. Then I think I did also this one. Probably. Yes, I disconnected it already. Okay. So this cleanup is done. This bug on the WASD, yeah, it's a bit annoying, but you can just delete the save file and it will be fixed automatically. So I think it's okay. Changing the credits, we did it. I don't think there is anything else left. I just wanted to have the compendium kind of working, but it is kind of working. I mean, it's not the best, but is kind of functional. So I think I think it's okay. Okay, so let's say that we want to release, and you say, click one giant button and release. No, unfortunately, it's not as easy as that. So this release will be done only through the updater, okay? Because we want to test if the updater works. You know what is the problem? The problem, I think, is that if I launch it now, it will take like 2 hours. But let me see what we need to do, okay? Let me see what we need to do. We need, maybe we can prepare it, okay? And then I will launch it during the night. So first thing I need to do, I need to substitute all these axes, right, with no axis. Replace all. So that so that all the file needs to be redone, okay? So the first thing I need to do, I need to change the version number, yes, and I have to do it inside. Wait, let me check in first. Let me check in everything that I have to check in, because I think I have a lot of stuff. So this we can check in, yes. This we can check in, this we can check in, this we can check in, this we can check in. Yes, 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 yes. This two absolutely not, because it's my simplified IDLA level. This yes, this yes, this yes. This yes, 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 yes. All of this. Oh my god, I changed so many windows. Why? Ah yes, these are all the fixes to the mouse through. These are all the fixes to the mouse through. Okay, so we can say fixes to all UI to have less mouse click pass through the 3D world, right? This is something that we did in the previous days. Then we did a kind of a first pass at working compendium. Let's say books can enable new new compendium entries, and then I don't know what else we did. We did a lot of stuff, but my target remind you of Skyrim, the Khajiit. Yes, there was a bit of a discussion a few weeks ago, about who invented this race first. If we invented it or if Skyrim invented it. Well, Elder Scroll Online. And I think it's fairly close. I will have to go back and check my notes, from when I was in school. But I don't know who invented it first, the Khajiit. I don't know. But it's close, huh? It's close, because it's pretty much in the same years. So we check in all of this. In our world, they are called Enkidukai. Enkidukai. That's the name of the cat people. And in the Elder Scroll is called Khajiit. Okay, I think it's good. We can check in 69 files. Someone updated the credits. Holy shit. Wait a second. No. Wait. Okay, the credits we need to update. And it's been automatically merged. Okay, nice. Do we have 2 lines now? No, this one should be removed, right? Okay. I don't know if Zway wants his real name in it. I have no idea. I didn't ask, by the way. I didn't ask. And I didn't ask to the Patreons as well, so for now I will go without names, but in the final one we will have it. I mean final, in the next one maybe. Okay, I updated the credits, so I think that this is merged now, so I think I can can I just open it? Yes. Okay, let me just message quickly if Venolan wants the... What is it? Yeah. If they want their names. Zwei, Venolan, do you want your real name in the credits? Because at the moment it's just like... it's just like Zwei. Also for Eonwind. Eonwind, I think he had already the right... I don't know. Whoever wants the... Who wants the real names? Who wants their real name there? Anyway, I mean, it's just one of the million releases that we will do, so don't worry. I mean, in case it will be in the next one. In case. And probably will not be done tonight anyway, so there is still time. Okay, let me close this. And let me try to check in now. Assuming that it didn't mess up my selection. No, the selection seems to be good. We are checking in 69 files. Very nice. Okay, Zwei wants the full name. Okay. So let's say that we got this, right? Let's say that we got this. And we checked in everything. So what we need to do, we need to change. The first thing that we need to change is config XML. Config XML is needs to be bumped to 079, okay, which is the next release. Basically, this file is the file that is read by the updater and by the clients to know which version they are, right? So if you change it manually, you can really mess up things. So don't do it. So I would say updated to new version 0.7.9. Okay. Then what we need to do, boys. So this one is done. Easy. It's one step of like 3 millions, okay? You see all these steps? This is all the steps we need to do. No, actually not all of them, but quite a number of them. We will start with Windows though. Okay, get the new Unreal Engine version using a grid PS release tag. This is done already. We are not changing the Unreal Engine version, and so this one is good. Update PS Unreal files from SVN. Okay. I'm gonna do it right now, boys. There will be some overlaps, I guess. Jade Zargo. I think the Jade Zargo is just a Khajiit. Ah, yes, I see him. Exactly. He's a Khajiit. Easy. Yes, this one conflicted is okay, so we are going to revert our change, because actually, as you remember, I was using a simplified HIDLA version, HIDLA map. And then we are updating, as you can see, we are updating all the maps with the new changes that Tua and Someone else check it in. Yeah, but it's me anyway. I am his father. Easy. I think we'll take a bit. We are downloading at 6 megabyte per second, 5 megabyte per second. So the download is good, but the file is big. I think the file we are downloading now is about 600 megabyte. And so, yeah, it's taking time. It's taking time. Okay, as soon as we have this updated, let it run. As soon as we have this one updated, we will need to patch Unreal Engine sources with Okay, this has already been done because we didn't change the Unreal Engine version. So this one is done. Then we need to delete all file containing intermediate and recompile. On Windows, I'm not gonna do it. Okay, one or more file conflicted. Yes, the HIDLA conflicted. So we are gonna revert. We are gonna revert my changes on that because we don't need that. Why this one is check it out? No, this one is not check it out. I think it's just a refresh, probably. I will do revert so that I'm trashing my changes and I'm keeping, you know, the good changes. I have no idea why this one is still showing as yeah, okay, anyway, I will check it in. If it's been modified only by me, I think yeah, it's fine. It's only the persistent level, so it should be okay. So what we need to check is that everything is in good shape. And yes, we have some files that have been changed, like shipping client and things like that. But the rest should be all okay. Why we have a problem under rocks? Ah, yes. Can we solve this problem? I don't know if this problem is something. So I have a problem with one rock that in theory is missing. And I have no idea why it's missing. This rock asset. Rock 01 asset, which by the way, I think is an empty texture. Right? Or maybe not. I don't know. I will leave it as it is in SVN anyway, because I didn't touch this stuff, and so should be as it is in SVN. Okay, so basically we updated the files from Unreal. Okay, delete all the files containing Unreal Engine Intermediate. We don't do it because we do it only on Linux and Mac, just to clear up the situation, but on Windows, I don't do it. Because I have the most up-to-date Unreal Engine that we want to use. Also, this one is fine. Now, we need to edit build shipping client. Yeah, this one we need to do actually. So we will go here under scripts and we will update this file. And this file, we call it 079. And so this one is done. Then delete all files in intermediate. Again, I'm not gonna do it on Linux, sorry, on Windows, because it's already fully up to date and I don't think I need it. Now, copy the DB dump from PS Legacy production server. Okay, so this one is the copy of the production server. I'm just trying to understand why I decided to do it here instead of here. Update SVN, yes. This one we did it. That one was for PS Unreal, this one for SVN. And then launch this thing. Okay. We can export the dump from production, it's not a problem. We can export, I'm just trying to understand, take this backup, yes, from the, yes. On my Windows machine, import a DB dump, yes. Edit the schema, yes. Schema, okay. So we are basically taking a new fresh copy of the production. Okay, let me see if we already have a relatively new copy of production, because here we are taking the real data, boys, the real data. I need to go under game server, yes, and I need to go under backup. What is it? Plan shift back, yeah. So the last backup we took was 0325. Really? Uh-oh. So probably the next one will happen today. Yeah, because it's every week. So I think we need to do it because 7 days ago is a lot. Let's go. Let's go production. There is the production machine, okay? So we should not mess up this thing. So this is the one that is running the current PS Legacy version, okay? So we should not mess it up too much. Let me just check if there is enough disk space, because sometimes on this machine we are finishing the disk space. No, seems to be fine. Okay. So we need to generate a new one manually, because the latest backup that we have is too old. So we will generate a new one. So we're going to generate a new backup. Meanwhile, it's doing that because it will take a bit to generate the backup. I think on this side we have everything. So I think I can launch the build shipping client. I would like to launch it in a command prompt somehow, right? Just to be sure that we get. So we change the thing, and I think I can launch it. Okay, let's see what happens. The problem of this thing is that it will take really a lot of time, because he basically has to repackage the whole thing. Now, I upgraded a bit my machine. I have more disk, faster disks, and compared to the last release, I think, yes. And I have a new video card. So it may be slightly faster, but I'm not sure how much faster. I'm not sure how much faster, boys. I think we take about 1 hour, so I don't know if you really want to run it. And also, I think that my machine will start to suffer, and the stream may start to suffer. Maybe. So basically what this thing is doing is going inside Ah, yes, we are generating the client in the... No, we should not do this anymore. We are generating the client on... wait, I will stop it. On the only non-SSD that I have. And the reason was that I didn't have enough space, but now I have enough space. So, I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna generate, because how much space we have on this disk? Let me check. We have 1.1 terabyte available. So definitely we should generate it here. I think we can put it under PS distro. Okay, so let me change the file. Because if we use the other disk, I think it will take more time. Since now we have more space. Okay, so basically the output directory, yes, the output directory should be this one, and then underscore PS Unreal shipping version. Do we want to have a shipping client in between? Maybe yes. Maybe yes. I think it's safer. So let's do a C PS distro, PS Unreal shipping. Okay. And then we will do the same here. Basically, if I did a substitution, was probably a bit smarter. Huh? But okay, now I did it already basically everywhere. Oops. Okay. So this is the new command. So we will launch this one. So this one will create... I can delete on F, because anyway on F we don't need it. We didn't create it yet. So, but anyway, we'll create it under C, which is an SSD drive, so it's much faster. And we have enough space, which is nice. Meanwhile, let me check if the backup finished. No, the backup didn't finish yet. So we need to wait the completion of that. Okay. So when that is done, so basically now we are executing these two lines and this line. So it's pretty much machine time now. The database of legacy is pretty big. It's about 1.6 gigabyte or 2 gigabyte. Yeah. Then we have to zip it and move it. And since we are going over the internet, I will zip it. If it was between my machine and my machine, no, but. But basically, yes, I will have to do it. I will have to do this thing on every platform, okay? So I have to do it on Linux, I have to do it on Mac. Now, the first thing we will test the Windows one. So I want to see if the Windows upgrade is working fine, and if it's working fine, we can do it on the other platforms. This means that the server will stay down for a bit, but I think it's okay. At the moment, there is no one online, so. I think that this backup is also zipping the file. So I think that's why it's taking a lot, because making the backup is usually pretty fast. But doing the zip, doing the zip file, it takes a lot. Meanwhile, let me check what is the local process doing. Okay, the local process, what the local process is doing is basically recompiling the one time for shipping mode our solution. Okay, because usually when we run it like this, we run it in debug mode, right? So we have everything compiled as debug game editor except Unreal Engine. Unreal Engine is compiled in development. And so what it's doing now is recompiling the solution in shipping. And then when you finish that, this pass should be fairly quick, right? If you want to see it bigger, I can make it bigger. What is it? Font. They changed it? Wow. I know, because this is the, okay. No, I was looking at like if it was the putty, window, but no, it's the DOS window, the command prompt window. Okay, so basically here we are recompiling everything. It will take a bit, unfortunately, but it will take a bit. Meanwhile, let me see. Okay, the backup finished. So we have this dump, which is 214 megabyte in bitzip. So we should get it. We should get it from that machine, which is on the internet somewhere. And I will put it under my PS backup. Where do we put it? Let's try to be consistent. I'm putting it under C Unreal scripts. Okay. I'm putting it here. And there is the db dump. Db dump created. No, why? Didn't refresh. Okay, now I have it. The 31st. Okay. So we're gonna download it. Should be fairly quick because the connection between that machine and me is good. Yeah, so it should take 30 seconds or so, 40 seconds to download. Meanwhile, this process is proceeding in the compilation. I don't know if the stream is suffering from that, but it seems not at the moment. It seems that everything is running as expected. Okay, we have the file, as you heard. We have the file. So we have the backup. And we put it on the scripts. And it's this guy. So we are going to open it with, yeah, WinRAR is okay. We're going to extract it because I need to execute it here on my machine. So this is a copy of the full database of PS Legacy, right? The previous game, with the data updated a few minutes ago. So if you are a player of Legacy, you know, there is the time where I took the snapshot. And so your character would be migrated as it is now. Inventory, experience, quest, everything will be migrated. Now we are extracting this thing. I guess there is a bit of a concurrency between the two processes. Between, you know, the compilation which is going on and the unzip. I think they are racing for CPU time. Yeah, releasing is not particularly, complex. Is more to be organized, in what you do and not making any mistakes. But we tested this procedure at least 5 or 6 times. No, I think 4 times. Yeah, we tested it at least 4 times. And so I think he has little chance of failure. Okay, we have the dump, okay, which is 1.6 giga. So this is all the data from legacy. So now what do we need to do? We need to rename it to PS Legacy something. Okay. Now I could have all of this done in a kind of a script, but there are some steps that is not very are not very easy to automate. So I'm doing it manually and following this list. Now on my Windows machine, we need to import the db dump. Okay. So I need to change update schema SQL, yes, which is our master file, which is this one, from and so we need to put the name of this file now in here and save it. Okay, so that we are importing the right file. Then we need to go in CPS Unreal scripts. So I need another command prompt, and we will go here, and from here we will MySQL root. We need MySQL root because we will drop the production to database. Yeah, another thing you have to really be sure is that you are on the right machine, that you are not. Then you are not clearing up, another server or something. You are not cleaning the wrong database. But again, with these instructions, which are, line by line, it's very hard to mess up. I mean, I can mess up only if I'm really distracted or something, but usually when I'm doing this, I tend to be focused. Okay, so what we are doing, we are importing in this Windows machine, we are importing the legacy data, the PS legacy data, and as soon as this is done, the script is automatically upgrading everything to Unreal, because the data in the database needs to be modified quite a bit to be compatible with Unreal, because we added new tables, we added new fields, we manipulated the data. The way Unreal is managing icons and textures and models is completely different. But we have kind of a magic script, which is this one, is called update schema, which is then calling, you see all these things, and is then calling a number of other scripts, which are basically doing their job, right? They are doing the job. And so every time we fix something, I put it in this file, and so that we are sure that we have always the latest situation. I see someone named Kai, the art guy, followed me 20 hours ago. I saw that he's an Unreal Engine developer, or anyway, is an art guy for Unreal Engine. Maybe while we are waiting, let me see a bit about him. I was streaming during the night, so I mean, if he's an art guy and he wants to help, we really need someone on the 2D side, and mostly. Is this guy? This is his channel. 17 days ago. Holy shit. Oh, okay, so I guess he's not recording what he's doing because the videos are 17 days ago, 18 days ago. Okay. Anyway, even if you are not here, thank you for the follow. We can check your stuff. Okay, so basically now we are waiting two things. We are waiting the Windows process to finish the compilation, and we are waiting the database upgrade to finish. So there are these two things that are running in the background. I don't know what we can do meanwhile. Ah, yes, I know what I can do meanwhile. Meanwhile, we can check the changes that I wanted to do. Let me see if Dozaki is online. I'm just checking with him if he's available, because so we were trying to do some changes to the races, and in particular to the history of the races, and in particular to the Stonehammer stuff, and so there is one problem in the Stonehammer history, and the problem is that we invented the original planet and the history of the homeworld planet in a way that is a bit too catastrophic, or to say a bit too much, you know. So basically the original planet was having snowfields and was having a pretty cool temperature, but then basically the sun of the solar system where this planet was started to transform into a red giant. So I don't know, I think it's a bit too much. And then and that change and the fact that the planet was going closer and closer to the sun generated a complete climate change on the planet, up to the point that the planet became completely impossible to inhabit, and so they moved underground. But I think that the story as it is, he also has some traits in the middle, like the fact that during the transformation all the ice and snow melted. I don't know where is it, but I think it's somewhere here, and so it became a giant ocean, and from the ocean, you know, the dwarves became sailors, man, and such. So I think there are too many transformations. I think I think we need to keep the idea of the world being a bit destroyed by the solar change, but the idea is to make it that is more of a solar burst, or flares, you know, which are going closer to the planet and changing a bit of the temperature and the atmosphere, and this is what is making it not completely unusable, but at least hard to live on. And this is why the dwarf moved underground and started to build a lot of underground cities, right? But before they were not. So before, you can see, you know, buildings like this which were built above ground, or cities or citadels like this which were also built above ground, which can still be also available below ground, but I think they will be different in shape. I mean, there will not be so much space, you know, all around. Yeah. So we are rewriting this, and we are rewriting this because we want to put into the text that goes into the character creation. We want to finalize that and make it a bit more streamlined. So that is what we are doing. And there is a guy helping me, which is a former player, which maybe is listening. If you are listening, hello. Which is helping on that. Amazing how a good sleep can help solve a solution to a problem. Yeah, sometimes it happens that you are, that you sleep on it. Your mind is anyway working also when you sleep. And when you wake up with a fresh mind, you can fix the problem. Yes. I'm just thinking what I should do meanwhile, if I should do something else or just wait, that things are getting completed. Because as I told you, this process will take a bit. Here on the left, we are at 495 out of 600, but that is the pass one of many passes. This is only the compilation pass. Then after this pass, the engine will have to recalculate the lights for all our levels, or at least for all the levels that don't have the light calculated yet, which I guess unfortunately is the majority, because many of those has been changed and I guess no one clicked on recalculate lights, and that will take a lot of time. I don't know how much, but also because now I have the new video card, which is about 30% faster than the old one, so maybe it will go a bit faster. I don't know, we can play one video game. Even if I'm tagged at the moment as Unreal Engine stream, so it would not be very nice to play a video game maybe while... What should we do, boys? Just wait. Meanwhile, here the database is inserting millions of lines. Actually millions, because certain tables like the player stats have really millions of rows. I think like 6, 7, 8 millions of rows. I think one day we need to clean up a bit of that. There are some players that are complaining that all the names are taken and so they cannot create new characters. But at the same time, I don't want to delete old characters because we had a lot of returning players, and I think it's a pity to delete it. It's always nice when you have someone coming back 10 years later and saying, oh, I was playing this game when I was 15. Now I'm 30, I have 2 children. You know? You have a problem with CMake finding Lua 51. You're using Lua with Unreal Engine? I assume that your project is an Unreal Engine project, no? Or not? I think I have to do a query. Will be nice to do a query to see if there are any potentially deleted character which still have rows in skills and stats and traits, which are probably the most populated tables. That I think would be a good good thing to do. I'm waiting. Oh, let's test the new emotes. Let me check emotes. Drag and drop to add or remove emotes on one slot. Click to press the key binding over the slot to play the emotes. Okay. It's doing like a Is it visible on the stream? I guess so. No, it's not visible. Why is not visible? Because it's too, because the view is too short. I need to make it like this. Let me try now. Yes, now it's visible. There is a kind of a Z going on, but I mean, not that it's very, oops. Not that it's very exciting, I have to say. What other emotes we have? We have a fire emote. So like my head is burning. We have a love emote. This one is not too bad. This one, you start with my nose. This one is not too bad. I mean, not that I'm gonna use them a lot, but there is one with a kiss. Let's see. It's just a big kiss going out. There is one with the money. Money. This one can be fun. This one is kind of more fun. Okay, this one is, I like it a bit more because it's more graphical than the others. And then there is this one. What is it? Just a question mark. So in theory, you could trigger those emotes sometimes, you know, and I just didn't understand too much this one. The one with the fire is not really visible, but okay. I think the good ones are the one with the hearts. And maybe the one with a kiss. It seems that they moved the anime's free watermark a bit closer this time. So it's spamming a bit, but it's okay. What else we have? Voices. Let me see if they added any props. Props. No, the props are exactly the same. It seems. Well, maybe this hat, headphone, glasses, mustache. They're pretty much identical. Yeah. Well, maybe there are a few more. I don't know why they don't monetize. Okay, so the database finished. I don't know why they don't monetize, you know, the props more. I think everyone wants props for their avatars, and I think it would be fairly easy to sell them. But it seems they don't do it. Yeah, the watermark free is a bit more annoying now because it's but I think if you put it like this, it doesn't show. Smart tricks. Okay, what I want to say. The database is completed, which is nice. So we can go on with the instructions. Where is it? Update instruction. So we did source date schema, okay? So we launched the shipping client, yeah. So this one is ongoing, and this one will take quite a bit. Now, what we can do, we can test if the server is starting, or we can move the database to Linux. But I would wait a bit before doing the Linux one, actually. I think I will. I think I will wait a bit. So basically what we need this thing to finish now, because the database should already be fully updated. If I go here and I refresh, plane shift prod 2, we should have yes. We may have zero data here though, huh? Yes, we have zero data. We have zero data in the codex, but just because it's not been imported, yeah. We don't, I think we need to create a new file, which is dedicated to importing the codecs. Okay, so the compilation finished as well. You see this build command completed. So he recompiled he recompiled everything in shipping mode, and now he's starting to compile shaders. Let me just check if he's using more the CPU or the GPU for this. I hope he's using as much as possible my GPU, but my fear is that he's using mostly the CPU. Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, he's using... He's also using a bit of GPU, but you know, I think that the GPU is used mostly by the other stuff that we have on screen. Yeah. Streamlabs, Animates, a bit of Firefox. Unfortunately, the recompilation of the shaders is fully done with the CPU, which is a problem, boys. But in a sense, they will take some time. It's kind of incredible how with 100% CPU, the stream is still working. So we have 100% CPU and the stream is running well with zero packet loss. I have no idea how it's possible, but it's fine. It's not in a real project? Okay. Ah, yes, you mentioned the EverQuest. Yes. It's like an EverQuest update or mod. Yeah, I remember what you said. Okay, so we have a bit of a problem that this thing now is gonna run for a very long time. I mean, it will finish, but I don't know exactly when it will finish. It will take quite some time. The question is, what do we do meanwhile? What do we do meanwhile? Okay, let's check our missions. Let's check, because we can actually code meanwhile, and we can develop stuff meanwhile, as long as it stays on the C++ side and is not messing up too much the rest. I think we can do it. So basically here in our activation methods, we implement, actually this table is not correct because is I mean, maybe specialized more, because instead of just implement the activation methods, I think we could have the split between the three methods, because now We only did this one, and this one is actually working. No, sorry. This one, this one, and this one is actually working. So we can enable habitat ecology history of the different races. We didn't do this one. We can start to think about this one. So basically for this, I need a talent which can be acquired, yes, through a skill rank at that particular level. Now, I don't remember if we added already. Did we add already a talent in the database for this? It should be under skill abilities. It should be under skill abilities. Yes, and we added examine humans and examine lesser creatures. There are basically the two ones for empathy, right? In fact, they point to number 31, which is empathy. Then we need two more, even if at the moment I'm mostly focused on creatures, but let's add a new one, which is, we should be on herbalism. And this one is the skill number 32. Okay, so I think I have too many windows open, by the way. Let's do a cleanup of this. I want to close all the window, can I? I will do close all and fuck it. Skill abilities. Where is this skill abilities? Yes, it's the one that I was about to change, but it's okay. Don't worry. Okay, we close all the windows, so at least we are in a clean situation. Because I think I had like 60 SQL window open. And that is not really helping. Meanwhile, we can check sometimes the shader compilation, but it will really take some time. Huh? Okay. So we said that herbal is 32. So under herbal 32, we should add a new skill. And we can call it, I don't know, examine plants. There is on skill ID 32. This will be like 10, and you can learn about special plants. And the icon, I have no idea. Let's use the same 302. Then we need another one for minerals, right? And this one for minerals will be connected, we said, to mining, so 37. So it's connected to skill 37, will also be 10, and it will be examine mineral ores. You can learn about mineral ore properties. Something like that, I don't know. 301. Okay, so basically now we have the four skills that we can use to recognize a creature. Hello Marcelo, goodbye. You will be away from the computer, you can test the update at the studio. Okay, so it will be released I think tomorrow for Windows or tonight, but tonight I don't know if we will reach it, but let's see. Maybe even tonight. Depends how much time this thing is taking. But tonight or tomorrow. And we will test the Windows update process first. I think it should work okay. And we will go from there. Meanwhile, I think we can develop a bit of this talent part. Okay, so let's say that we have these 4 skills, which at the moment don't have any specific strong prerequisite or anything else. These are talents that will show up in the UI when we open the skill window. And in theory, these talents can also be utilized, right? Now, the question is, how should we do the talent execution? Because this is something that I never tested, I never thought too much. So certain talents are attacks, and those are easy because they go under /attack and then the name of the attack. But we definitely have other talents like this one, right? And you see that here we are pointing to attack ID, right? We have this type. Type I think is pretty good, because type is determining if it's a passive ability or if it's an active ability, an attack ability. Where 0 is passive, 1 is attack, and we could have something like 2, which is a talent, right? Which is an active ability but not an attack. Yes, I think we should play with this type. I think it's the best that we can do. Now let me check in production the skill abilities. No, wait. I think I selected the wrong database. No? Ah. Because this table was not existing. Because this table was not existing in... okay, so I think we need to update our update schema. Under abilities, I think we need... yeah, some dummy data to ensure that each skill has at least one ability. Yes, this is what I did. So I added some, you see all these temp abilities? Just to ensure that every skill is showing up. But I think we can do better than this. I think we can really start to insert some real abilities, like these ones. And for sure, we should start with the... you know that for magic, I'm really mixed on having only the realms on the magic abilities. I don't think it's a great idea. Do we have the talents? No, eh? Abilities, talents. I think I never shared this file before. That's why I don't have it here. That's why I don't have it on this side. PS Unreal Talents. Let me check the sharing. Okay. The link is anyway not usable, so even if you see the link, you will not be able to use it. Sorry, I'm just looking at the other screen and trying to understand if I should use any of this or not. Probably not. I think it's still a bit too early to use it. I think we can just go with our examples, you know, the one that we have. The one that we have here, I think is good enough. But I think we need a new command. I think we need a new command, which is like slash ability or something. Because it will be similar to slash attack, but it will be using an ability instead, right? So I think that what I want to do, I want to change the description of this, and I want to change the meaning of this. So type I think is good, but yes, should be 0 passive ability, 1 attack ability. But there is also this other one, is special. What does is special means, by the way? 0 normal, 1 special. What does it mean? Do we use this is special anywhere in the code? I don't remember it. I don't remember anything related to this. Load new ability. What does it mean is special? I think was something that I thought about, but is a special ability known? Okay. Basically, the is special is the ones that you can discover separately. Okay. I think I understand what. Okay. I think I understand what it means. But let's change this thing. Let's say normal 0. Okay. These if let's say a special ability is not along the progression, is not along the progression of a skill, but can be discovered separately. Okay. And then we have this, yes, 0 normal, 1 special. Okay, I understand, because there are certain abilities that are not along the progression of your skill, right? So that is something that you can develop by yourself by finding something. I don't know if we will ever use that, but I think the concept is a good concept. So I will keep it, and I will put the comment here in our file. Now this one, I want to change it as passive ability, attack ability, and let's call it talent ability, okay? Or ability, I don't know how to say, but let's say it's a talent, so it's something that you just execute. So it's not an attack. An attack is something different. Sorry, 2. 2 will be talent ability. Okay. Okay. So let's add this as well here. So so now basically we need mm, the problem is that this one does not have we don't have a script. The problem is that we don't have a script in this table. Or we add a script, or because okay, I can say unless we go by name only, ID and rank. But then what will be the script I need to execute to see if that ability actually succeeded, right? So let's assume that I'm looking at a plant and I'm studying the plant. I think there should be a script related to that, which is, I don't know, summing up my herbal plus something else and is determining the result. Or we do it very simply, that we always use the skill ID. So like your herbalism. And we can also do that. At least as a first round, we can do that maybe, which is easy enough. So we just create a simple formula which is based, which has a percentage of chance of success based on the skill ID. So basically the idea of this piece, I don't know if you follow the discussion, but basically the idea of this piece is that you are going to find an item, for example, on the ground or whatever, right? So this is the ground, and you're gonna find, I don't know, a flower. Okay, you're gonna find a flower, and yeah, I'm very good at drawing, I know. You're gonna find a flower. I'm drawing with a mouse, but you're finding a flower. So when you find it, or when someone gives it to you, which I think is the same, assuming you can pick it up, or assuming that you can target it, you will be able to use one of your talents. So it means that at the bottom of the screen in your quick bar, right, you will have a number of skills and abilities, and one of those skills and abilities will be, for example, this examine plant. Okay, so you will basically target the plant, right? And you will target the plant and you will click on the talent, or it would probably even be better if you could right click, but I think creating a context menu for each of the possible ability becomes a bit of a mess at the moment. So I think I will go with something a bit simpler. This thing is still running, by the way. And so you will click on the talent, you will select the plant, click on the talent, and basically in the background, without you knowing it, the client will issue something like /ability and then the name of the ability, like examine plant. Okay, so your client will send a command to the server Wait, slash ability examine plant without you knowing it. Obviously, you can type it, and if you type it, it works. But I guess no one will type it. Or anyway, it's unlikely. So what we need to enable this, we need to ensure that when we create the shortcut bar, right, we know which ones are abilities and which ones are attacks. I think that at the moment we don't know this. I think that at the moment when we send I think there should be a place, there should be a function here where we are sending the skills. Now let me search for skill. Let me search for skill in this file. Stats and skill. Receive skill ability is this one. And we said by category, yes, which is what we were working on the other day, right? So I think we need to be sure that receive skill ability allows to differentiate between attacks and other normal abilities. And I think that this is actually inside Cache Manager, get all abilities by category. Is this fun? Sorry, I clicked on something. I clicked on that. Let's put a bit of music. Bling. That's a good bling, by the way. So I think we need to go inside this. You need to go inside, get all ability by category or something. Come on, Visual Studio. You can. As simple as this. Okay. So it's just returning the brutal array of skill set, nothing else. So it's returning an array of skill set. Okay. F skill set, which is nothing else than a skill name and its abilities. Okay, fine. Then inside his abilities, okay, we have the type and we have the special, so that's good. So we can work on this type, you know, we can work on this type. And now I don't want to make changes while we are building the thingy, but I think just a comment I can add it anyway. So this will be the type, right? Attack ability, or I don't know if we should call it talent or we should just call it active ability, or talent ability. Okay, talent ability, I think for me is pretty easy to understand. What is it, right? I think it's fairly easy for me to understand. Let me just check something. Okay. Nice. So what we want on the client side is that when we have a type 2, the command will be generated differently when I drag and drop it into the quick bar, right? And in that case, it will be /ability something. Now the /ability, we need to enable it. Similarly to the /attack. And I think that the /attack is, yes, just a user command. Okay. So I think we will have to extend this one. Let me just see if it's true that we are doing this, because I remember the dishandle attack at the end we were not using. But we don't care. We don't care too much. I think that we added. Yeah, I think it's okay. I think it's okay. We can add a new thing. Let me add it even if it's compiling, but it's okay. We will add a /ability, right? And this one will go into handle ability. And this means that I think it will be automatically managed by our command system, because when we are issuing a command, we go here first and we try to understand if the command is one of these commands, and if it is, then we are calling this function. So I think I need to declare on user manager I need to declare on user manager something similar to this one, which would be called handle ability. Sorry, why I copied handle attack? Handle ability. And it will be similar to the ones above. So we will have a string, which is basically the command and the client, right? So command to execute one ability part of the skill progression system, right? And yeah, unfortunately all these things are fucked up. The incoming user command text and the client requested the command. Yeah, unfortunately all of this are fucked up. Interesting. I mean, all these ones are incorrect because we are not using any more messages, we are using commands. This was one of the changes that we did with a new client. Now I don't know if I really want to go and change them all, but this is the command to roll the dice. But yes, all of them has to be changed this way. Maybe I can do a global substitution. I'm just not sure if all of them are really... No, you see, some are different, so I have to go like one by one, but... Anyway, this handle ability will be our entry point to actually execute I don't know, I will change them all one day. One day, which is probably not today. So handle ability will trigger, right? Now the question is, this thing is still running, huh? I think it will run forever, boys. I think it will run forever. So handle ability we need to implement. And we can put it, let's put it close to handle attack just to keep a kind of a reasonable order. Yes, like after all the attack stuff. Okay, so we will have this new method. Now, this new method, the first thing it needs to do is basically to take the reminder of because I think the command is removed, right, from the string. Ah no, because is get of 0 is the command. Get of 1 is the yeah. Okay. So we are forcing the command to have at least no, let me see another command that I know how it works, otherwise for example item, the item command. No, the item command is not there. Emote, I think emote is easy enough. Yeah, you see that 1 is the first parameter after the command. Okay. So actually I can do this, but we need to be careful because 0 is my I think I need to check it though, because if words is not greater than it's probably done by the pre-parser though, of the command, because we are pre-parsing this thing. Okay, we can assume that it's pre-parsed, but this one will be the ability string, right? So the first thing we need to do with this one is to check if it actually exists, because this command may not exist, right? And I think we can do it in a very similar way of handle command, handle attack, because I think that here is going to pass get attack by name, exactly. So we need a function similar to this one, which is getting the attack by name, and if it's not finding it, it's just telling you that the attack does not exist, right? So let me copy this 1 second, because I think that the logic is very, very similar to what we are doing here. So we will have instead of an attack, we will have an ability. Now I think we already have all the abilities loaded, so Cache Manager is already capable of returning an ability by name. I think so. Yeah, I should let it run maybe the whole night. Probably the whole night, boys. Okay, so let's go in Cache Manager and check, because Visual Studio is a bit slow. When we are, yes, preloading all the abilities, yes, those are put directly into this skill set array, which is the one we saw yesterday. And then I think we added also 2 new methods, right? If I remember right, which was the get ability. I think we did it in cache manager .h though. We added the abilities. Yes, get ability by ID and get ability by name. So I think it would be as simple as that. So we'll do get skill ability by name. And then this will return an F skill ability pointer, right? Which is our actual ability. Now, if the ability does not exist, obviously we need to send out an error message. Now, let me check. This attack can attack because this is actually loaded from attack. Okay, so I think we need to have something like this also for abilities. So to have a check, if you can actually execute that ability. I think we can call it something like can activate ability, right? And I think we can create this function directly inside our structure F ability. I think we can create it here. Now, what this should actually do is something that we need to think about, because or is searching a script which has the same name as the ability, or we are just applying kind of a simple logic. I mean, the minimum logic. The minimum logic for can activate ability, which is taking an APS character pointer client, is to check that the client has the proper skill rank in that particular skill ID, right? So I think we need something like client get skill rank. I think we have a get skill rank probably inside PS character. I hope we do. We have a check do rank. No, but check to rank is doing something more than yeah, I think it's get skill rank. Of the particular skill. So will be client get skill rank of skill ID. And this one will return actually a skill rank. But I think that for skill rank we can have a comparison function. Um, Yeah, Visual Studio is a bit slow because this thing is compiling a million shaders. In this case, I'm kind of fine that it's low. But I need this thing to work though. To get I think we just need to get rank and compare it. Okay, so I think there is a get rank most likely, and we just need to compare it. So we just need to say if ouch, something happened. My PC froze for a second. My PC froze. Yeah, skill rank is incompatible with PS skill. It's fine. We can cast it to that, and we can see if we can get a rank. I think it's current probably. This I think is the current level that we have. So if the current level is greater or equal to skill rank, right, of the required skill rank, then we can use it. So in theory we may just return something like this. So we may just do this. If not, we return false. So basically like this, we are not doing any other check apart from the fact that the player has the right skill to use it. Right? So about the activation. And I think the activation can be enough. So there is just check the player has enough ranks in the skill to be used. So can activate ability. Yes, can activate ability. We'll do that. And we can say if this doesn't work, then you don't meet the requirement of that ability, right? So you don't have enough. So which in theory this one should never happen because unless you are typing it manually. So unless you are trying manually to trigger the ability when you don't have the skill, right? Which obviously will not work because we are gonna do the check, right? Now there is the complex part, because up to here it was fairly easy, but now the issue is, right? The issue is well, I think we can do some sanity check, like for example that the user is in peace mode. I think it should not be spell casting, it should not be in combat, it should not be dead, it should not be, you know? So we can say If PS character is different than mode piece, we can just send a message and say I'm sorry, you cannot do it. Right? Saying the ability requires you to be how do we say that is not busy with other, yeah, you to be, or we can say you cannot use this ability now, you are busy doing something else. Or dead, you know? I mean, if you are dead, you will still receive this message, but like if you are dead, or if you are spell casting, or if you are in combat, or if you are crafting, you will not be able to use the ability. So it will tell you this. Right? And then the problem of this process is that you never know where you are in the process, right? So if you are at 10%, 100%, 99%, you don't know. What do you mean access to my derived data cache is very slow? It's not slow at all. It's an SSD. What do you mean it's slow? Yeah, I have my CPU 100%, but it's okay. As long as we are proceeding developing other stuff, it's okay. That we don't get too disturbed by the packaging. So, character get attack Q, yes. Push, yes. No, sorry, no. Up to here, yes. Then this part. Okay, here I think we should actually do the job, you know? Actually do the job. So how do we do the job? So check player meets the requirements. The skill requirement, it is basically check the player. We don't need this. The player is not busy. And here will be execute the ability, right? So how do we execute the ability? We basically need to yeah, there will be 1 million abilities. I think each ability should execute itself, right? I think will be the easiest. The problem is how can an ability know how can an ability know that is a valid? First we need to be sure that the ability, yeah, but we did the check already, right? Because we did the check here. Get skill ability by name. So the problem, I think, that here we are returning also the attacks. Are we returning also the attacks? Get skill ability by name. Yeah, we are returning everything, including the attacks. So how do we know? Well, we know because we entered into this, right? Only if he's an ability, only if he's a talent, not if he's an attack. So we need to check that the type of ability is correct. I think we can put it here. I think we can say if ability exists and ability dot type is equal to 2, right? Which is our talent ability, right? So if that's the case, then we are in good shape. Otherwise, no. So let's say ability must exist and not be an attack. Okay? And not be an attack. So it must be and be a talent ability. Not an attack or passive. Because also if he's a passive, we should not do anything in this case. Then I was expecting this thing to finish by now. How much time? I think 1 hour. I think it should take about 1 hour, but it seems he's still deep into light maps and street lamps, planks, roof, sign, wall. I think we are in a village. I think we are somewhere in a village. Okay. So the ability must exist and be a talent ability, not an attack or passive. Yes. If an ability type equal to 2. Okay. Check the player meets the skill requirements. Execute the ability. So here we are sure that is the right type and the ability exists and the player can activate it. So at this point we need only to execute it. Well, we also need to check that the target is actually a proper target compared to the ability, right? How do we do that? That is not easy. How do we know that? Uh-oh, there is a problem. How do we know that when I'm activating this talent, this ability, which is learning about special plants, it should work only I think we can just ask Discovery Manager because Discovery Manager knows it. Discovery Manager knows if that particular object or we in reality, no. There is one check more we need to do. We need to check. My PC froze. My PC is dead. No. We need to check that check the ability and the target are matching. Right? So if the target is compatible with the... If the ability and the target are compatible. So if you can run that ability on that particular target. And how do we do this? This is a complex part, because or we do it by... I think we don't have any other way than switch by skill, because you know we are coded this. We are coded this thing. So we said that this is the way it works. Oops. That is the way it works. It is what we said, right? And so this mapping should be hard coded somewhere, or we make it in a table, but I don't think it's worth it. I think we can just say I think we can just hard code it for now and say that if the skill, you know, if ability dot skill ID is equal to PS skill what? No. What do you mean PS skill is only this? What? No, PS skill is any skill. Yeah, we'll have to test this. But basically the idea is to say you want to hug me? I'm very soft. You know, my fur is very, very soft. If you hug me, it would be like hugging a pillow. You figure out your problem, okay. Nice. Nice. Very, very good. Any problem has a solution. So we can check if skill ID is equal to 31. Which is empathy. Or if it's equal to 32, which is herbalism. Or I think we can just hard code it like this, you know. I think there is no need to do any fancy, because this one will never change. I will never change them. We never change them. So empathy, herbalism, or mining. Right? Empathy, herbalism, or mining. And okay, so we need to check if no. We need to check if we are in a compatible case. So in case we are on empathy, the creature that is in front of, well, the target should be a creature, and in particular, it should be a monster. No, it should be. I think it. It should be. Should I do this? Wait. Should I do this inside the ability itself? Should we create a specialized class of each ability? Because it's a bit what we do with attacks. You know what is easier with attacks? With attacks is easier because an attack at the end is doing the same thing. It's playing a visual effect, may play a sound, may do damage in an area of effect, and may have a projectile, and that's it. But here for abilities, you know, every ability can be completely different than another one. I mean, one can allow you to see through the eyes of your pet, another can allow you to walk on water, and another can allow you to examine a creature. So these talents are so specific that or we create a class, a small class that is doing that, or we create an ability manager, right? Like we have an action manager, a combat manager, an attack man, and inside of that one we put all the abilities. Because that's a good question, right? I can put it here for now, but I think that this should migrate to something else. So I should probably do it the reverse, you know? I should probably do it yeah, I think I need to do it the reverse. So I need to start with the ability itself, and then execute it. The only question is, do we go by name, or do we go by ID, or do we go by what? I think we can go by name. So I think that I need to do something like this, which is a bit weird, but I think it's the only way I can do it. Meaning, if ability name, you know, equals my whatever I decided that it is, I do what I need to do. Because or we manage to make them generic enough so that we can script like I was scripting here, you know. So you just need to check the empathy and just do, but the effect, you know, which is the addition to the compendium, is specific to this ability, right? Is absolutely specific to these abilities. And this one found mice traps, okay, which is just an example, but it's completely different, right? So, or we attach a script and we assume that in the script we can do everything. And probably that's the best idea. Because I have two ways to do it, okay? One way is like this. So, if this is the ability, we check that the ability is on empathy. If not, we give an error. And then here I need to do something like client, and then get the discovery manager, get discovery manager, whatever is the name, and then I will do add a compendium entry, you know, based maybe on a role or something, and it can be one way, you know, but this means that I will have in the code each ability spelled out. Another way is to make it more generic and say, no, I don't want this. I add a new column to the database and we make it a script to execute when that particular ability is getting triggered. And we hope, you know, crossing fingers, that the scripting capabilities that we have are enough to do everything for that particular ability. So for example, adding a new entry to the compendium can be a new operation, right? But I have kind of mixed feelings on this, because actually on my ability I already added this. So in reality, the majority of the code, I mean, so in reality we know it already. We know it already. So if the type is 2, right? If the type is 2, and the ability has one codex creature for the compendium specified in this variable, then I know that I can add it to the compendium, regardless of the name. So I think that I can simplify it a lot. I think I can simplify it a lot. But it will work only for the compendium. Because for everything else, it will require what I just said before. Right? So if the ability has compendium entry, trigger the addition. So basically here we will have something like if my ability codex creature exists, I mean it's not empty. If it's not empty, then I will do add compendium blah blah blah, right? And this means that this works for any possible ability, which is pretty cool. This check above still kind of stands, so I still need to be sure that I'm not targeting the wrong well, in theory what we are saying here is that I could have a generic ability which is just discover everything, you know, just discover, and it will just check if I have the right skill to do it, instead of having a separate ability for each. But no, I think it's better this way because we can in the future add more prerequisites. So okay. This thing is still running, by the way. Running like a boss. Every time arrives to 0 shader, restarts with another map. We have like 100 maps, so GG. So if the so what are we doing here? If the so I need to do this check anyway, right? So if the ability skill ID equal to empathy, I need to check that my client target, my client get target object. I always confuse get target and get target object, but I think it's get target object. I need to ensure that my get target object is actually a PS character. No, wait a second. Now I'm getting confused myself. What? This thing is fucked up. It will never be able to work like this because I mean, we don't have one ability pointing to... We don't have one ability pointing to one entry in the codex. We have one ability enabling we have one ability enabling a number of entries in the codex for all the creatures that are related to it. So actually, you know, I think I fucked up a bit with the logic on the association with the ability, because this one is okay. So examine humans requires a certain skill and you can analyze a certain creature, and then in my data under creature I can say that the activation type for this particular creature is skill ability examine creatures. So I can associate I can ask, yeah, the problem is, no, fuck, wait a second. We have a problem of of cardinality. We have a problem of cardinality here. We have a problem of cardinality. 1 second. We have an issue. We have an issue. No mistakes were made. We have an issue. I have one talent, empathy. No. I have no. I have one skill which is related to a talent, which is locked to a specific rank in that skill, right? Which is connected to pieces of information, which can be obviously one or more, which are then connected to a creature. So the actual, you know, the actual connection, is something like this, where one creature can have multiple pieces of description on it, where one examined creature of rank 10 can have n pieces of the compendium getting developed, yes, and where one skill can have n yes. I have to think about this because good night, Tony. Good night. The thing is still building. Is trying to fix the stalactites and cave wall. So I think it's on the bronze doors. At the moment, it's working on the bronze doors. So I think we have something like this, you know, in our logic. So I need to understand how to build the data structure in a way that is compatible to this. Sorry, just got a question. Got a question on the credits. Yeah, for sure she's the... Wait. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Yes, I was just answering to a question on the credits. So basically, okay, this 1 to n, we have it already in the database. And at the moment, let's say that this one is done. Because we have... we have the mapping. We have the mapping in the database. Here, exactly here. It is 1 to n. You see there are like two entries which are pointing to the same skill. And this one is getting loaded inside skill abilities, and that one is already aware. So there are multiple skill abilities which are enabled by that. So this part is not a problem. This part is not a problem. This part may be a bit of an issue. So from the examined creature, sorry, let me just put names otherwise. So there is a skill, there is an ability, there is a codex entry, and the last one is a creature. Okay. So this one I think is no problem. This one, where we can have one ability which is connected to n codex entries, yes. But one codex entry connected only to one ability, correct? Yes, correct. So it's really 1 to n. Okay, so this one I cannot manage in the code like this. There's no way. So if we want, it can be a T array of this. And then maybe yes, but not for sure, not as a single entry. As a single entry is impossible. It will never work, right? Because we need 1 to n. Okay, let's assume that we do it with a T array. So if we have the 1 to n and we do it with a T array, then it means that when I see my creature, well, this is a flower, I know. When I see my creature, and when I see my creature and I select it, and I want to want to use a talent on it, like examine or discovery or whatever it is, right? I have the creature. I have the ability. Yeah, but I mean, the creature is my target, but I have the ability. So in reality, I start from the ability. So I have two ways of doing this. Or I store on the creature, all the pieces of codex that can be enabled with a specific ability, but no, it seems a very stupid idea. Or, like I did now, I store on the ability all the pieces that ability can enable. The only problem is that it's not stored by creature. And so I will have any way to scan that array, right? I will have to scan this array and find if that particular creature is there, and if it's there, I can enable a compendium entry. But I think it's okay. I think it's fine. I think this is probably a better, I mean, not a better, I mean, it's the only way, because in the previous method would never work. Okay. So I think we can do this. So this means what? This means that when I'm in my ability and I'm getting the target object, and I'm saying this thing is on empathy, I would say the target object must be a creature. So that is the first check. So I need to... This must be a PS character thingy. Otherwise, including myself, I can click myself and try to do discovery. By the way, I think it will work on your race. But the point is that all the entries of your race, you will know them already. So you can try to discover yourself, but you will know it already. So I think we can have two targets. I think we can have an APS character target, an APS character char target, which at the beginning is null, and we can have a APS item actor item target, which at the beginning is null as well, and we assign it like this. And we need to be sure only that this thing is so probably we could just say herbal is more mining, right? Because anyway it's the same, will be the same code. Now this one must be what? This one must be valid. If it's not valid, so if this one is not valid, means that I have target something else, or I have target nothing. And so here we should return an error, and we should also bail out. By the way, we should also bail out. We should also bail out here, eh? So this will be a return, yes, and this will be a return. So the error can be you need a valid target to use this ability. I will just keep it generic like this. I know it's not a super good message, but unfortunately I don't know what it's targeting. I don't know if it's targeting a mount, a pet. By the way, mount, a pet. Yeah, but a mount, a pet I think can still work okay. So here we are checking if the ability or the thing are compatible. Yes. You know that I like it much more like this. Okay. Then, if it is compatible, so we have the right type, the right ability, the right skill, I can activate it. I have also the right target. I also have the right target, and I'm not dead. Still compiling shaders. At this point, I will check if the ability. Should I put this one inside of this two if, or can I do it here? Because in theory I need to do again if the ability skill ID. Well, no, I think if ability code creature is automatically skill ID. Yeah. At this point, I think we can trigger everything. Because at this point we did all the checks needed. So there is nothing else that can go wrong, in theory. So if this thing is greater than 0, yes. If this thing is greater than 0, come on, get discovery. Fuck. Why doesn't give me the thing? Why? Why doesn't give me the... Why? Tell me why? Hey, it's called Discovery Manager. Well, maybe it's not giving me that because it's a bit slowed down by everything else. Yeah, my phrase was correct. It was get Discovery Manager. So I typed it properly. And then inside Discovery Manager, we have what? We have how do I trigger the thingies? Send compendium IDs? No. No. Send compendium data? No. Send compendium. Add compendium entries by item. Yes. Add compendium entries by item. Yes. Oh my god. There is a big mistake here. Holy shit. Well. No, there is not. There is not. It's correct. No, I need to do something similar to this, but for abilities that I don't have it yet. So I need to get all the entries. Add compendium entries by item. Hey, yes, basically it's this code, is exactly this code, just with a different, the first two lines are different. Only the first two lines are different. So I need to create a new entry point. So I think we can do this. And we can have a send compendium entries, and this will have this and this, because I need to call exactly the same function, so it seems a bit stupid, you know, to duplicate the code. I can just do something like that and it will be fine, at least for these three. Now for the locations, the story, the factions, I don't know yet, because that still have to be developed, but probably I will have to revisit, you know, I will have to revisit this. Pretty sure I will have to revisit this. Okay. So I think that now we have at least the right functions to do this. And You know what? I think we can just pass the... Because anyway, if these are 0, we will send 0, right? Yes, exactly. We are sending only if it's greater than 0, so I think I can be even more blunt here and just say, who gives a fuck? I'm just sending ability codex creatures and ability codex whatever plants, and that's it. Because this one is sending it only if it's greater than 0 already. So in this way we are just cutting off the whole thing. Mm, okay. I think it's becoming a bit late, boys, but I think we made good progress. Well, we started all the production, all the packaging. We started the packaging. The packaging is going for Windows at least. As you can see, it takes a lot of time. It really takes a lot of time to do this thing. Maybe I need a faster machine because it's all CPU bound. It's all CPU bound. You see, we have the CPU at 100% all the time. So, but anyway, I can launch it during the night, you know, while I'm sleeping. It can even take 8 hours, and it's fine. But okay, so I think I'm gonna go for tonight, boys. But I think we did good progress because all this part of handling abilities and all the reasoning that I did on the cardinality, I think that is kind of working now. It's not finished. I still need to do some pieces, but basically we will have, in addition to the activation from the books, also the ability to activate through a talent, which is actually used for this first part. So for the description, potentially the stats of the creature and the picture, right? And it will be also here for plants and minerals, which I think is great. Which I think is good. I mean, it takes time to do this thing because it's a completely new feature. So let me see how many we are and if we can raid someone. How many people are willing to raid? How many people can go to the link that I am typing? Can you click on that link in the chat? And see how many we are. How many? 2 people. I need more. I need more. Hello, YouTube people. Click on the link I gave you. Hello. Hello. YouTube people. Click on the link. You don't want to do it, huh? Okay, we will raid anyway tonight. Or we can raid this other guy that raided me the other day. He's online. Wait. Let's raid this guy. XY. I have no idea what he's doing, but You ready, boys? You are all AFK. That's the problem. You are all AFK. Why you are all AFK? Why? I will stream only on Twitch if you do this. Okay. It's fine. We will raid him, okay? We will raid him. Okay, goodbye guys. Thanks for watching and see you soon. Tomorrow evening we'll be here. We will continue. Maybe we'll have already a Windows client built, which is great. And see you soon.